Hi everyone, from me, Brent Graham of goodforthegame.co.za, and welcome to this Italy v Uruguay Rugby World Cup betting preview. Well, if you do enjoy these previews, it's the right thing to do. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. It really helps the channel a lot. This preview is brought to you by Betxchange.co.za, and we've got a 200 Rand Betxchange voucher up for grabs. All you got to do is go below the YouTube video in the comments and comment who's going to win the game by how many points, and then the total points in the match, both teams added together. To win, you have to hit the winning team, and then the margin, closest to the margin otherwise will be the winner. And if we have two people equally as close or spot on as far as the margin goes, we'll go to the total points for a tiebreaker. And if we can't separate them, then we'll split the voucher. Right, the competition closes on kickoff. That's on Wednesday, the 20th of September. You'll be notified of your victory by me replying to your comment. And no edits, please. If you do make a mistake, rather resubmit than edit. Otherwise, we can't tell what time the edit was made, and we'd have to disqualify you there. Terms and conditions in the description box below. Right, let's quickly look at the outright betting. This was taken at approximately 2:10 this afternoon off the Betxchange website. South Africa still the favourites at 28-10. You can get 3-1 of France, New Zealand and Ireland both in at 4-1. Now, New Zealand have drifted. Ireland have come in from an opening quote of 11-2. England, well, they're into 10-1. Bookies starting to take note, and so punters. Still a general feeling that they're going to battle to make it past the semi-finals, but they're in at 10. Australia now have it all to do that, 30-1. You can get 40-1 Argentina, 45-1 Wales, and Fiji. The big move is 120-1 into 45-1 off their brilliant victory over Australia. Right, let's have a look at results today for these two teams. Italy just been in action once on the opening weekend. That was up against Namibia, where they were convincing winners at the end of the day, winning by 44 points, and Namibia never really in that game. Italy got the bonus point fairly comfortably. Uruguay took their tournament bow last week against France, very much a second-string French side, but still, you would have expected France to put them away. The betting moved from plus 57.5 Uruguay to plus 50.5, but Uruguay, well, they made an absolute mockery of the handicap there, losing by just 15 points. A superb performance. And on a personal note, I've got to say I really enjoyed the performance as well. They really played some spirited rugby. Right, the Betxchange price boost. Now, reminder, if you've got a Betxchange account, and I'm taking the desktop screenshot here, but you can go and have a click on that 5,000 maximum. So, yes, you can take an even money on the handicap and also on total points. Obviously, the line could shift. This is, as I say, being recorded at around about 2, in fact, on the Tuesday, the 19th of September. But there's a 5K max at even money and also singles only. So you can't take these in multiples, which makes perfect sense. And their T&Cs on their website as well. But anyway, I'll come back to this in a sec. We've got 24.5 at the moment, the handicap. That is Italy, obviously, favourites over Uruguay, and 50.5 total points. Right, prediction and bets. I'm going to start off on the right-hand side here and say, what I like to do with rugby is make my own handicaps. Now, when I'm picking the handicap, I'm not picking the winning margin where I think it's going to fall. I'm picking where I think the betting line should be and more or less where there's an equal demand and supply. Now, this is an extract from the Good for the Game forum. There's a link to the Good for the Game forum down below. So you can go and subscribe to that, and you can pretty much stay in touch with a lot of punters who share their betting thoughts. But here I thought Italy minus 14.5, and it opened Uruguay plus 27.5, so Italy minus 27.5. So a massive difference there. I have to put my hand up and say, I obviously got this one a bit wrong. I don't see the line moving anywhere close to my 14.5, but there has been big line movement here. Uruguay are plus 23.5 in places. So generally what this told me is that the Uruguay handicap was too high, and so it seems to be proving. Of course, this doesn't mean that you're going to win the bet, but certainly the momentum very much with Uruguay. And they have shortened from a plus 27.5 to, we saw that Betxchange plus 24.5. I have seen plus 23.5 in places. Italy, they have to get through this game. There's no doubt about it. They have to win the game. But they also know that their ultimate goal is to beat New Zealand, because if they can beat New Zealand, they can go through. They can go through then to the quarterfinals. It's a massive ask, of course, but that game takes place next weekend. I think Italy, as much as they'll look for the bonus point win here, are not going to be quite as up for it as Uruguay, who will actually be targeting this game. I mean, if you showed Uruguay the fixture list, they're not going to fancy themselves against New Zealand and France. And if you really told them which game do you think you can get a result in, yes, they would have gone Italy. Of course, they can beat Namibia, but that's not really going to go down amongst their fans is something that they will never forget. I'm going 5 units Uruguay here, plus 20.5 at even money with Betxchange. So a reminder, if you do enjoy the videos, we're going to plenty of them, including live shows. Our live show will be on Friday. We're just still finalizing the time. That's my bookmaker phoning me now, just to see if I want a little bit more of the plus 24.5. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. And you can also win a betting voucher in the competition below. You just have to predict which team will win by what margin, and of course the total points. We've also got a link there to our betting newsletter. It's a free one. And yeah, join us as we take on the bookies. It's absolutely the right thing to do. Thanks very much, everyone. Good punting on the midweek Rugby World Cup games.